In this graphing calculator reference sheet, we're going to learn about polynomial graphs. We're going to graph a polynomial in a certain domain, and we're going to find the minimum, maximum, zeros, y-intercept, and intervals of increase and decrease. So let's begin with graphing the function. We have the function x cubed minus 3x plus 3. And then we want to adjust our window. So first let's graph it. And we can see our function, but we want to view it only between -3 and 4. So let's go to our window and adjust that. So for our x min, we want -3. Our x max, we want 4. And we can leave our x scale of 1. And let's just change our y min and y max just so we can zoom in a little bit better. So my y min I'm going to have as -2. And my y max as 6. And then I'll graph. Alright, now that we've zoomed in, we can kind of see our graph much better. So let's look at step 3, and we want to find the minimum and maximum. To find the minimum, I click on second, trace, and I'm going to choose minimum, which is number 3. Alright, so I'm going to arrow over to my minimum, right? Our minimum is the lower point in a region. And I want to be left of it, but I want to be kind of close to it. So I'm not on it right there, but I'm a little left of it, and that's what it asks for, left bound. So I'll click enter. Then it says right bound. So I'm going to arrow over so I'm right of the minimum. Click enter. And then it asks you to guess. So if you want to go ahead and arrow back over to a guess, the closest you can get to it, click enter. And there you can see it gives us x equals 1.000016 and y is 1. This is pretty much going to be 1. It's just sometimes the calculator has a hard time getting it exactly on it. So you're going to want to write down for your minimum as the 0.11. And then for your maximum, you're going to click on second trace, and I'm going to choose number 4 for maximum. And I'm going to arrow over to get closer to my max. And I want to be left of the max, so I'll click enter. And then I want to be right bound, so right of it, enter, and try to get a little bit closer to it and click enter. And you can see I have 0.9993, which is, again, I'm going to use, well, it's negative 0.993, but again, I'm going to use -1.5. So just to get as close to that as possible. And you can round. Sometimes you're going to have to round. There won't be exactly whole numbers or integers. So we'll use that as our maximum of -1.5. Now I want to find the zeros of the function. So again, I'll click on second trace, and I'm going to choose number 2, 0. And I'm going to have to be closer to the 0. And it's asked for left bound, so in this case, left bound is going to be below the x-axis, right? I'm left of this point. So I'll click enter, then right bound. I'll click enter, and a good guess, just trying to get closest, click enter. And I have -2.103803. So I will round that 1 decimal place to -2.1. And of course, my y will be 0 for the x-intercept. Step 5, find the y-intercept. So I'll click second trace again. And this time I'm going to choose value, because I know that x needs to be 0 to find the y-intercept. So when x is 0, y is 3. And that will be my y-intercept. So now I have my information. I have 1, 1 for my min, -1.5 for my max. My 0 was -2.10. My y-intercept is 0, 3. And in order to find the intervals of increase and decrease, I'm going to use my x value of the min and max to identify the intervals. So I know that when this is going increasing here, or I think of it as I'm walking uphill, this is intervals of increase. So I know it's from -infinity to -1. And then from this x value of 1 to infinity. And then for decreasing, it's from -1 to 1. And that is graphing polynomial functions.